Hello traders, Gary Wagner here just after 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 5 o'clock in New York. It is Tuesday, first day of August, 2017, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. Mixed bag in the precious metals markets as U.S. equities continue to rage and move to higher ground. Gold did close higher today, closed up about $1.50. Basis most active August futures contract, it closed at $12.7490. On the other hand, we did see silver closing lower on the day, losing about 8 cents, closing at $16.70. And that's all in light of the fact that the U.S. dollar did gain a little bit of strength, trading up about 0.2% today, still below 93 at 92.93. Now, the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P all closed in higher ground. Now, although the NASDAQ did not close at a new all-time record high, the same cannot be said for the Dow, which did. It closed at 21,963. It is within reaching or striking distance of that elusive 22,000 on the Dow. Incredible, incredible number. NASDAQ 6362 up 14 points, and Standard & Poor's up about 6 points at 2476. Traders, given the opposing forces at play, kind of a push-pull scenario, so to speak, between the risk-on environment that currently exists in equities and risk-off or safe haven investments such as gold. Gold is really faring pretty well with it being up today. We'll look at a gold chart in a second. But what I am speaking about is the U.S. equities markets, which, as you can see, the Dow Jones Industrial Average has closed up another 0.3%, up about 73 points, and just shy currently of that elusive number of 22,000 on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Dow closed at 21,963. So we have an all-time new record high there. When we look at the composite is not at a new record high, but that did close up 10 points higher on the day. And then the S&Ps also closed, as you can see, at the upper end of the range as it closed up 5 points at 2475. And that, of course, brings us to our current assessment of gold. Gold basis futures contract closed up $2.40 to close at $1,275.80. Now, although that's only a net change of about $2.50, the interesting thing in today's activity has been the actual range of the marketplace itself, and the intraday high that gold achieved when it traded as high as 1280. That was on the high side. Low side 1268, closing at 1275.80. So as you can see, we've had a pretty dynamic range on the day. So traders, as far as our current trade is concerned and current levels of support and resistance, this is basically what I am seeing right now. As you know, we have one basic fib retracement that we have added to this daily chart of gold futures. It really tops off at the top at around 1300 and the bottom of this correction at around 1203. So we're looking at about a $100 move. The 23% retracement comes in at 1276. Now, today's high was certainly above that, 1280. We can see that with this high right in here. We closed just shy of that. And so now for the second day in a row, we did close higher on the day. This is yesterday's close. This is today's close. That's giving us a net change of about a positive 220. We also closed unchanged on the day in terms of where the market opened and where the market closed. And the fact of the matter is that it did close below this current level of resistance. And I'm looking at this as a minor level of resistance, but nonetheless, it is an area that we need to observe and watch to see if any kind of weakness comes into the market. My sense is that we will probably either consolidate, in other words, trade sideways, which we are, for a couple of days up until the jobs report, or see some sort of geopolitical action, hotspots kind of flaring up that propel this gold market to move higher. My target is still for the market to come in and challenge $1,300. Now, absolutely on the positive side of the fence today is the fact that we did see gold close higher, given that the dollar had firmed up today, actually trading up about 0.2% at 92.93. At this point, I would look at resistance in gold at 93, and we are just shy of that. My sense is what we are looking at is really another dead cat bounce, in that we're seeing a small bounce before going to lower ground. And I still believe that the target for the US dollar is about 92 vis-a-vis the dollar index. And traders, lastly, I do want to take a quick look at silver. Silver did close lower on the day, actually giving up almost 0.5%, closing about 8 cents lower on the day to close at 16.71. As I said the other day, I am looking to raise stops in both gold and silver. We will look to do that either today or tomorrow. And for the meantime, my recommendation is to maintain our current long positions in both gold and silver, and to maintain our current stop placement. As I said earlier, we do have a scenario in which we have both bullish and bearish factors influencing the market. On the bull side of the fence, we have geopolitical hotspots which continue to heat up and have the potential to really flare up in North Korea as well as Venezuela. Also on the bullish side, weaker economic data today came out, and that has reduced the probability that the Federal Reserve will implement yet a last rate hike this year. That probability is now down to about 46%. It was at 50% last month. On the bear side of the fence is the fact that risk on investments and assets still have the eye of the investment community, with the Dow going to new highs. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading, and we will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.